Well, hello guys, this is Blaine French, the livestock judging coach here at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln. I hope you guys are enjoying some time home with family during this very unusual time in our lives. I wanted to get some content online, some livestock judging content. I know you guys aren't able to go out to some of the contests that you usually would, and you're certainly not able to practice with your teammates as normal. And so just wanted to get some judging content online. That way you could sort through these classes, maybe, work some reasons up on these classes, listen to my critique, maybe get some terminology that you can use in the reasons room from these type of content. And so this will be the first part of what we upload as far as livestock judging goes. It'll be a class of Hereford Heifers, a very high quality class that I truly think that you'll be able to get something from. Again, this will be the first class that we upload, with certainly more to come. And so with that in mind, as we go through this video here, feel free to pause the video at any point that you feel fit. That way you can get your evaluation of the heifers as you need to. We'll go through each individual heifer. There will be a screen with all 4 heifers on there. That point you can pause it, get your placing, and then I'll run back through and critique each individual female and get you a placing with some cuts there at the end. So bear with me. I hope this is helpful for you. If anybody has any questions or any, comments, concerns as far as this goes, feel free to shoot me an email. My email is bfrench6@unl.edu. So here we go. This will be heifer number 1. Again, feel free to pause the video at any point. I'm just going to scroll through each individual female. Heifer number 1. This is heifer number 2. Heifer number 2. Heifer number 3. Here is heifer number 3. And heifer number 4. And here is just a screenshot here of all 4 females. Obviously, you have 1 there in the top left, 2 is right beside her on the right, 3 is in the bottom left, and then 4 there on the bottom right. So at this point, hopefully you've had a chance to pause and look through each individual female. You can pause the video, get you a placing and how you want to place the class. And then I'm going to proceed to go through each individual female, and then we'll come up with a placing and some cuts here at the end. All right, so heifer number 1. Always, when you think about livestock judging, you want to think about it from a big picture perspective, right? And so what I would encourage each one of you youth to do when you go to these judging contests or a judging practice and you have a class of 4, I think you want to judge each one individual for what they are and think, is this one good, bad, or decent? Kind of which category does this one fall in? That way, when you get to comparing them at the end, you kind of have an idea of where they may fall as far as that lineup goes. So here's heifer number 1. The first thing I think you should notice about this one, just big picture, is man, is she attractive. Man, is she good looking, very feminine through her front 1/3, a super long necked, smooth chested, clean shouldered female that's really level up top and square out of her hip. I think she's one that honestly, just from the outside, really gives us a bunch of presence, very feminine and maternal in her look. She's one that I think, if we study her from a structural perspective, while she is a touch forward in the angle to her shoulder, I do think she has a tremendous hip and hind leg set. She's very good out of her hip. She's very good in the angle and the set to her rear pastern and her lower joints there on her hind leg. I'd imagine if we got to see this female on the go, we'd be pretty impressed with the amount of flexibility that she was able to bring to the table. A few things that maybe you could get a little picky on this one from. I do think she looks a little bit immature. Maybe she looks a little bit immature, especially in comparison to some of the other heifers that we have in class. I would like to see her a little deeper there to her rear flank, just a little more maternal sweep to her center skeleton. I think when you get in behind this one, or if you could get in behind this one, maybe you wouldn't be overwhelmed with the amount of lower stifle and just pin width that she has, even though I think she probably has plenty in comparison to a couple in this class. Maybe she gives up some true power and dimension. But again, very feminine, very high quality, one that certainly catches your eye from the outside, and I think structural integrity would certainly be covered in this particular heifer. Very nice female in number 1. Now we go to number 2. The dark red, goggle-eyed female, really a good pigment in this particular heifer if you talk about her eyes. She's one that I think the first thing I notice about her, power, stoutness. She looks like a brood cow, right? She's big-footed, she's stout-boned. To me, she looks like a big-hipped, stout-pin female that's pretty good in her body shape and body depth. She looks pretty good in terms of her center skeleton. Just very powerful, very stout, very cowy. Those are certainly some advantages maybe that she has over the one heifer in terms of body and stoutness, maybe some dimension things, those kind of things. If we study this one just in terms of female character, I think she falls short a little bit. We certainly like to make her a little more female-like in her look there up front, clean up her throat just a touch. She, too, looks a little forward in the angle to her shoulder, maybe a little more open and bold at the point of her shoulder as well. Even though she is good in her lines up top and square out of her hip, if we check this one's hind leg set out, she's not as attractive in the set to her rear too. Looks like she may be a little awkward as she gets out and goes, and so just standing there, I think there's a lot of power and stoutness to buy into, certainly some body. I just question this one in terms of female character, A, and then B, her rear leg structure and shoulder angle does look a little iffy. I kind of question her in a couple of aspects there. But again, especially for a Hereford, very powerful, very stout, those are certainly some game-changing things for her to bring to the table. And so again, very nice heifer in number 2. Here we have number 3. Number 3 is a female that I think looks relatively practical. I think she's one that, while you would like to clean up her throat there just a little bit, I do think she has some feminine female character through her front 1/3. I do think if we study her rear leg structure, even though she doesn't look as stout and as powerful, I do think she has a relatively decent hind leg angle. I think she'd probably get out and go with some flexibility. At this point, I think it kind of run out of gas on the things that you can say good about this particular heifer. First thing I notice, she's deeper in her chest than she is in her flank. That's certainly not a good sign, and certainly doesn't help her balance from the side. I think she's one that needs to be a little deeper and softer to her rear flank. I wish she was a little stronger behind her shoulders up high and a little leveler out of her hip, or maybe she just needs to be laid down in terms of her tail set. To me, she looks a little frail. She looks a little flat, maybe narrow. It doesn't have quite as the pop and power as some of the females we've seen. And then again, from a structural standpoint, while her rear leg looks good, I think you study her shoulder angle, and maybe she's a little too straight and forward there to the angle to her shoulder. A female, again, has some female character, probably is decent enough structured on her hind leg. Past that, too off balance, too tight-ribbed, one that I don't see that has enough strength there behind her shoulders, not good enough from the outside. So things to keep in mind as we move forward in this number 3 heifer. Now we move to number 4. I think from the outside and just initially, you ought to be pretty impressed with this one. This one's a pretty good one, guys. These are kinds that I think if we go forward, you try to keep a big picture viewpoint on cattle, these are kinds that you don't want to beat. Not only do you notice the thin, cool, feminine neck there up front, I think we can get past all of that and notice the good sweeping body type in this particular female. I think she's big-footed and stout bone. And from a structural standpoint, I think her angles are all right. I think she lays good in her angle into her shoulder. I think her hind leg set's about perfect in terms of the set that she has to her rear pastern and hock. I think she's good out of the top side of her skeleton, really level out of her hip. And again, she combines that with a maternal body type. And so if we're just thinking about functionality, she really fits the bill. Super good bodied, super good from a structural standpoint. And then again, she combines that with the extra look up front, with the extra power and stoutness. Again, they have to be functional first, but if they can combine those with those extra bells and whistles of look and stoutness and power, we certainly like those. Don't need to spend too much time talking about this one. She's a pretty excellent female. Like her quite a bit. So, we get all 4 of them in front of us, and we start to think about maybe how this class lines up. I think it's relatively interesting. Personally, I think you have a really good one in number 4 that you have to start. I think she's super functional. I think she's good looking. And I think it'd be awfully hard for me to get away from a kind like this. And so I think you have to start 4. I think you have to do so pretty easily. On the opposite end of the spectrum, while you always want to talk about the good things first, I do think number 3 needs to go bottom. She has the least good things, in my opinion. I think she's a little too frail and narrow and too tight-ribbed. She doesn't balance up well enough for me, and so for those reasons, I think she needs to go bottom, and it needs to do so relatively handily. I guess from a big picture standpoint, it does sort into a middle pair of females that certainly are different. I think you have a stouter, more powerful heifer in number 2, and I think you have a more attractive heifer that I think will be a little more sound in number 1, and she certainly just has that eye appeal that we're looking for, really matches our class winner in that regard. And so while I guess it does make a middle pair, in the end, I think you have to go 1 over 2. To me, she's going to be sounder. She's better looking. She's more female-like. A lot of future in that particular female, and so I like them 1 over 2. So as we look here at our official for our Class 1 Hereford Heifers, I like them 4-1, 2-3, and I would cut you 5, 4, and 5. And so again, from a big picture standpoint, I think we have 2 females that sort up initially just based off quality, right? Just based off quality and look, but in the end, you got to start 4. Okay, the middle is sorted on female character and structural integrity in 1 over 2. Got a bottom pair of females that differ in their kind, but the power and stoutness of 2 takes the pair. Okay, there'll be more to come. Guys, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you're able to use these videos to get some content and have some practice. That way, when contests are ready to gear back up, you're ready to go. So again, thanks so much. Again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. And I look forward to having some more content up for you guys soon. Thanks.